So, the joys of unemployment saga continues. You know, it's like, why be employed? Why go and be making money for someone else and not yourself? Like, just for survival means, like, you know, I've been watching channels like Millennial Steam, Born into a Corrupt System, Joey the Gypsy. Like, shout out to all y'all. This shit has been partly an inspiration for the Joyful Unemployment channel. Like, yeah, the society that we live in is totally fucked. Like, totally fucked. Like, it's jaw-dropping, it's shocking, it's appalling. People treat each other like corporations treat people. Like, you know, people are just like, you know, like, I'm just trying to, like, put everything that I've been hearing together and, like, try to make sense of it. Little Buckeye. They always look like something else, but they're cute. And it's like, so there's this common thread and theme, like America, the West, but mainly the United States. It's like not as bad in Europe. Like everyone kind of seems to live better in Europe. Like they take care of their people and care about their people. But here in the United States, I think we have this consumerism society that is like everything like has to be better, faster than the next thing. And it's like, there's no being content with yourself. There's no being content with your partner. There's no being content with your life, because you always got to like strive for the next fucking thing. And you can't just enjoy life. Like, it's always got to be so fast paced. Your output and production have to be better this quarter than it was last quarter, or else, you know, there may be cuts, you know? It's like, oh, well, we're going to have to cut you, you know? It's like, which is so fucked up. And it's just like such a fucked up society. And, you know, I was thinking about relationships, and like, just because of like a recent video from one of those aforementioned YouTubers, how like people are treated just like a number. It's like, you're number 4, you know, your body count number 6, you know, and after you, there's going to be number 7. And after number 7, there's going to be number 8. And like how that happens is going to be just as quick as it can be, because nothing really matters. Everything's replaceable. But that's the thing. It's like, that's just the society's narrative. That's not real. And, you know, it's taken me a really long time to learn fucking anything about that in life. Like, it's taken a real person that I've actually cared about beyond all reason to, like, realize that people aren't just usable, disposable. Like, there are some people that you come into contact with that you want to be with for the rest of your fucking life because you fucking care about them so much. And it's like, I'm talking about friends, family, relationships. And it's all about like the effort that you put in and the fucking like, you know, it's like, you got to try. You know, you can't make anybody do anything, but you can damn sure fucking try. Put in some fucking effort. Like, do what you can do to like satisfy each other. You know, it's like where you both commit to be like, you know what, we're going to keep working on this. Like, and it just reminds me of something that the guy said. It's like, you know, when your car breaks, you just fucking get a new one. It's easier. When your fridge breaks, you just get a new one. It's easier than fixing the old one. And it's like, most of the time, the old ones are actually fucking better off, better built, better quality. And it's like, new things that are produced nowadays are fucking more likely to break, made with cheaper materials, like are, you know, designed with like planned obsolescence in mind. You know, like, this is not going to work for very long because it will break here, you know, like, you know, it's like, it's worth repairing. Like, people crave old Toyota trucks because they, like, before 2007, they were made in Japan with extremely high quality materials to the point, like, their engines just won't stop running because they were built so fucking good. And people will pay, like, good money for those fucking older Toyotas because you can work on them yourself. You can repair them yourself. There's lots of extra parts. Like, it is a fixable, tinnable, like, manageable machine. I've been thinking a lot about relationships, of course, you know, because I've been having, you know, a situation that's been ongoing, and it's like, you know, I think most people in most scenarios would probably just really, like, you know, ball it up, throw it in the wastebasket, get to the next one. And I've heard suggestions from friends and family that are like, hey man, quit trying with this, move on, get over it. Like, hit up the next dating scene, like get to the next person. It's like, you know what, like, that's just not what I want in life. Like, I don't want just the next. So it's like, I want something that I value, that I put effort into, that means something to me. Like, I want a meaningful, long-lasting, fucking secure situation. Because I know I'm valuable. I'm not fucking usable. I'm not a consumable. Like, I am a valuable person. I'm worth anyone's time. And it's like, you know, it's like, and the same with a job. Like, I want a job that treats me like a fucking, like, you are indispensable. Like, your work is so important to us. You matter to us. Like, we want to make sure you're taken care of. Like, you have a good life. You know, we want to pay you fairly, where, you know, the cost of living, yeah, it is ridiculously high in the United States. And I feel like a lot of these channels are correct. Like, we should be out in the streets fucking rebelling. Like, nobody go to work. Fuck social media. Fuck this whole fucking thing. Okay, food is too expensive. We're not going to jobs anymore. We're going to start fucking concerning ourselves with a daily life of growing our own food again. Like, fuck this. Fuck this fake money bullshit. And that's things, like, money doesn't actually do anything. It's just a number. Like, it's fake paper. It doesn't, it gets you the food from the box, you know what I mean? Like, it gets you the transportation, the liquid to make the horse go, you know? But it's like, shit can be so much more simple than this, people. Shit can be so much more simple. Shit can be worked on. You can actually value your friends and family and relationships and not treat them as disposable consumables, styrofoam, fake bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and I'm guilty, you know, of like being that kind of person. And it's like, that's what I'm saying, is that it's taken me a while to wake up and realize that this shit is so fucked up. Our society is melting into an indistinguishable version of this dystopian melted world. And it's like, I've got a good friend of mine that just left this shit, that he saw what was coming and he was awake. And he was like, dude, I'm not doing this. I'm going to another country. Like, and you know, I visited him in that other country. And like, kind of got a little bit of a different feel, and like kind of out of the regular touristy spots, probably more into like the actual, like, you know, day-to-day life living of the place, just a tiny bit, me and some other friends. And it's like, dude, the level of equality there, it felt a lot higher. Like, everyone's poor, you know what I'm saying? Like, like everyone lives in like similar situations. There's no like, I mean, I'm sure there's elites everywhere, you know, and it's like everything runs on tourism probably, you know, it's all good. Like, that's so many places. But it's just like, you know, I don't know. It's just like, America is such a stew of fucked up bullshit. And people should be furious how they're treated, how they're paid or not paid. People should be fucking furious at the inflation. And oh my God, it's a red-headed woodpecker, y'all. This fucking shit's crazy. And you know what? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why the joys of unemployment are so important, because there's so much more to life than chasing the ball to like what they tell you should be wanting, and telling you what you should like. And I think social media is one of those things that just poison people's mind. Like, oh, I want to look like that. I want to have a house like that. I want to have a picture perfect world life like that. And it's just so fake. It's like, that's not real. Like, only that person has that. You know, it's like, and America's always been a kind of place where you try to keep up with your neighbor, and where like the promise of happiness for all is a pursuit of happiness for all, but it's never been a pursuit of happiness for all. There was slavery until fucking, you know, 1860 fucking 4 or some shit, you know, and like 1960s was when people were fucking desegregated. Like, there's never been freedom for all. It's always been for the elite, you know, and that elite has changed over time, but it's like nothing has ever been what it's been promised. So like it's all been lies, and everyone's been brainwashed. Everyone has this fake sense of like, yeah, no, if you just work really hard though, right? It's like, no, dude, no. Like, look at the psychology. Like, did you go to school? Like, did you ever learn a goddamn thing? Like, look at the thing. It's like where you're born is 9 times out of 10 where you're gonna be. Like, you will be lucky to be one that makes it, quote unquote, into a, you know, a position where you're not totally just a fucking scraper, a shit scraper. And it's like, yeah, at a point, I think more people should just unplug, disconnect, say fuck it, and be like, man, our population has really fallen. It's like, yeah, it's because you've made an untenable system that no one can fucking tolerate anymore. Yeah, you've ruined it. You know, no one wants to work for fucking Walmart anymore. It's miserable, it's humiliating. No one can work for the government for a sustained wage unless you become like a fucking super high up person, you know? Which, it's just, who has that time? You know what I mean? And that energy nonstop. And it's like, you get out of college, you've got to start where you would have started if you didn't go to college. Unless you went to a trade school, and then you're just stuck whatever the rate they give you right out of that school. You know what I mean? So there are very few careers that are fucking really viable. There are very few things that actually make sense. And like, yeah, being an entrepreneur is probably the best thing you can do. Like, just like, hey, find something you love and just pursue that shit with your whole fucking being, whatever the fuck that is. Like, and I don't even know what to tell you, because I'm lost as shit myself, like figuring this shit out. Like, how do I find something that I like doing that I can actually sustain at? And it's like, it's been very fucking difficult. Like, I've been railing off on these same kind of ideas that, you know, having these thoughts bouncing around my mind. Like, I was at a full-time job, 40 hours a week, working a weekend job, going to class almost full-time as well, to like just hope to make a better fucking life for me and my like intended, you know? It's like, I was busting my shit balls. And for what? I didn't have hardly any savings, constantly tired, frustrated to no end, like letting my stress bleed into every other aspect of my life. Like fucking, you know, stressing out my partner, you know, to the point of where she was like, I can't do this anymore, bro. Like, I got all these reasons why I can't. And it's not you, it's me. And it's like, yeah, it's like finding out how disposable you are with all the work you're putting into everything just to make y'all's life potentially together better for the future, you know? And it's like, yeah, that's not good enough, man. You should just already have all this stuff. It's like, oh God. You just try and you try. And it's like, you know what? At a point, just saying, fuck it, not trying. I don't give a fuck what happens anymore. Like, yeah, eat shit, world. Fuck it. Kill me. I don't give a fuck. Draw and quarter me for having these fucking thoughts and opinions, for being for wanting to be a free person, for not fucking accepting the bullshit, for rebelling against your stupid, shitty system that doesn't work for anyone except the 1% that I'm not. You know what I'm saying? So fuck all it. Like, fuck it all. Like, it's enough to get you riled up. And I've had a few cups of coffee and like, I'm trying to enjoy this nature walk, you know? And it's just like, you know, my mind is racing, and it's like, I'm not disposable. I'm not a consumable. I am not the product. I am a human being. I'm important. I'm valuable. I am not a time slave. I need fulfillment. I need culture. I need artwork. I need sustained good relationships. I need to work on things that have value to me and I feel are important. Like, you know, it's like, I want to work on my relationship. Like, I want to work on my relationship with myself. I want to work on building my community. I want to work on art. I want to play music. I want to, yeah, build things, destroy things. I mean, we don't need 70% of the shit that we consume. You know, it's like that 80-20 rule. I don't know, man. fuck it. And this is a bit of a rant, a nature rant, because it's just like, you know what? I've been so much happier and so much freer feeling since I just quit everything. Like, I dropped out of school, I quit my full-time job, I'm still working the weekend job, and I took on a part-time job that I've also already quit, but I'm still doing my weekend job, so I still have, you know, some shit that I'm doing out here. You know, I've got enough to cover my fucking baseline expenses. But it's like, what drives me crazy is when I was working a full-time job, making decent money, it's like, where did it go? It's like, it went to the car repairs to get to and from. It went to the gas that I had to spend every week. It went to the fucking taxes. It went to the health insurance I never used. It went to like, whoa. It went to shit that wasn't fucking good. You know, it went to collecting stuff I didn't need or use or have time to enjoy. Like, you know, I've been a big outdoors person, like hiker, backpacking, you know, love collecting knives and different kind of things like that. I spent tons of money on getting really awesome gear. Guess what? Haven't used it once. Like, I got shit that's brand new, never fucking used. Because there was no time, because I was working 6 days a week to virtually break even at the end of the day. Like, sure, I took home money and I spent it on consumables, you know? It's like, you know, looking back, it's like, wow, I should have saved $80,000, you know, for the amount of time I spent there, but there was no fucking way. Because, like, the actual what you got on paper and what you took home was not the same. The net and the gross were not the same. It's like, it was just unreal, unfair. And it's like, you are a fucking slave, and you are fucking disposable, and you are replaceable. That's why it's like, I feel like it's so important to figure out something that you can do, like a service. And I've been thinking of like, yeah, just starting like a guided meditation fucking program. It's like, yeah, I don't need any fucking certifications. I don't fucking need you to tell me that I can and can't do this, that I'm not a spiritually in touch, tapped in person. Like, y'all don't fucking know me. Like, fuck. Like, just guided meditations? I don't fucking know. I thought that was a great idea from my homie leaving a comment. I don't know. I think this is an important rant because it's just, I don't think it's even just me thinking this kind of shit. It's like a lot of fucking people thinking this kind of shit. It's like, you know, I really just want some simple shit, and I've already listed it, but it's like, that's the most basic stuff in life is being kept like away from Gen Y and Gen Z. And it's like just the basic shit that the past generations have had, we can't have. Because, you know, the generations above have priced everything out of reach, you know? And jobs are meaningless and terrible and like soul-sucking, time wasting. When there is like so much life to live, and like to de-brainwash yourself and deprogram yourself after you've been in the system for so long, like institutionalized as fuck. Like, it is actually a challenge. And it's like, I just want to live off the grid, kind of off the land. Like, I want to grow my own fucking food. I want to like produce my own shit. I want to be self-sustained. I don't want to work for a company. And like, I feel like me and my kind of partner, you know, whatever, I don't know what we are, but like the person who I value deeply and treasure is like, I want us to like find a little piece of land, build our own shit, work on our own shit, make our own fucking religion up, like no dogma, like fuck it, like have kids, raise them away from our society in America, which is fucking evil and fucking toxic. And it's just like, I mean, I don't fucking know. And like, rant end, like, I just hope for the best, but I expect the worst, you know? And sadly, that's just the way it is, you know? And I think the only thing that I can do is just keep trying my goddamn best to do whatever I can to like escape this fucking system. And you know, I've also heard of other YouTube channels is like, people with real money are trying to escape Western society because it is actively collapsing in on itself because of the fucking mushroom cloud bullshit above us. Like, if you're on the bottom, there is a mushroom cloud of shit above you, and it is falling onto you. And it, like, you know, the higher you go, the farther you fall, they say. It's like, I'm not trying to go super high. I just want a fucking baseline life. Like, I want a partner, a successful, long-term partner that is successful in their own fucking eyes, you know, like, and accepts me and loves me, and vice versa. I accept her, love her for who she is, all the flaws included, and loving those too because they're just part of her, you know, like, I don't know, man. It's like, it just feels like everything should be so simple. And it's like, we've complicated life so much. And it's like, you look back at Native Americans, they used fucking stone tools. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't have any of the shit we had, but they were able to last just like until like Europeans came here. Like, they were doing just fine. Sure, they still had conflict, war, famines, you know, problems. But it's just like, you don't need the metal. You don't need the plastic. You don't need the nuclear bombs. You don't need cars. You don't need horses. You don't need anything but a tribe. You know? Like, you don't need processed lumber, for fuck's sake. Like, you don't need anything. It's just a fucking fake bullshit society telling you what you need and being convinced that, like, well, if I don't have that, then I'm nothing without that. It's like, yeah, it's because you're just fucking mental and you're stupid and you've been goaded into a herd of sheep. And it's just like, it's Animal Farm 2.0, it's Orwellian bullshit, it's 1984 every fucking day. And it's like, yeah, go ahead and watch this, you know, FBI or, you know, 3-letter agency. Like, I'm sure just saying that gets you on the fucking list. Just saying the word FBI probably, like, flags the algorithm like, yeah, they're talking about conspiracies and shit. It's like, no, there's no conspiracy. It just is what it is. This is a stupid ass fucking system. Everything is dumb. Everything is pointless. You're a slave. Don't fucking forget it. Like, the only people that matter are the people who are fucking born mattering already. You know, like, fuck it. I don't know. And it just makes you want to not take part in anything. Except, like, figuring out how to break away, like, smart people, I feel like. And and you got people with mental health problems. You got people, like, using drugs chronically. You got people just alcoholism rampant, like, just trouble rampant. Because life is miserable. Because it's not being lived in, like, in tune with who and what we are. Which is fucking, like, we're animals that have basic ass needs that we're not able to meet because we have to do these fake fucking things for people, for the 1% to be able to do their thing, which is also fucking stupid and fake. It's like, this society deserves, like, just a reset. Humans deserve a reset. Like, we're not evolving fast enough for this. You know, I don't know. It's hard to go with the flow when the flow is fucking you over. It's like, you know, because I don't know, and I guess different parts in life are different for everyone, so I'm not sure, but I'm not saying it's like, I don't really know. This is just kind of like my perspective, because I'm also, like, part of this experience, you know. I'm part of this world. I'm part of this universe. And I'm also having my own struggles of trying to figure out how to navigate this world and this life. And it's like, I just don't know what exactly I'm supposed to do. Like, I want to be intelligent enough to get what I want out of this life. And what I want is so fucking simple and basic that it feels like it should be, like, right there, able to grab. And maybe it is. It's just, like, perspective. But it's like, you know, I don't know, maybe to listen to this like over again and just like, what can I do? Like, what makes sense? I don't know. It's all confusing and kind of difficult, but like underneath it all is like clarity, and it's like it's all very simple. All right. Well, anyways, y'all, hope you enjoyed the shoals. These are beautiful little rocks I used to play on, you know, when I was a little kid. I've had lots of experiences at this park. I'm sure, you know, anyone from this area probably knows where I'm at. It's like, this is a gorgeous place. And I'm gonna walk on the other side of this now. Y'all take care.